Hello everybody, Nathan with Fish ATX here, and today I'm going to be checking out the new Dick's Sporting Goods Quest brand sit on top kayak. It's the Crosswater 100. It's sitting right by here behind me, looking nice and ready to ride. So I'm super pumped to check it out, get on the water and see how it does, and maybe catch some fish too. I'll see you out there. Hey everybody, it's Nathan with Fish ATX, and I'm here today with the Dick's Sporting Goods Quest Crosswater 100 kayak. They sent me this kayak in exchange for an honest review. Very honored by that. So I finally had a chance to get it out, and I'm excited to share my thoughts on this kayak with you. For this video, I'm going to do an overview of the entire kayak, all of its features, all the specs of the kayak. And then I'm gonna also include, what I thought about it when I got to take it out. I'll definitely include some fishing footage as well. As you know, if you follow me, I fish any chance I get. I love kayak fishing, it's so much fun, and I had a great time on this. So first off, about the kayak, the brand is called Quest. It is the Crosswater 100 sit on top kayak sold by Dick's Sporting Goods. It is a 10-foot kayak. I think it's exactly 10 foot 3 inches long. It's 31 inches wide. It weighs roughly 50 pounds, which is one thing I really like about how light it is. But it fits up to like 275, I think, is the weight capacity. So you can fit a bunch of gear. I fit all my gear that I normally do on it, and it handled great. It retails for around $400, which is a very affordable price point for a kayak for beginners and intermediate kayak fishermen or just recreational kayakers. It's a lot of fun. After this, I'll do a close-up with all the features of this kayak, but just to go over them real quick, starting from the front, it has handles in the front, back, and sides. I love that because pulling it off your vehicle, pulling it through the water, through shallow spots, just launching it, it makes it a lot more easy just to get on the water. It has bungee cords in front for like a dry bag or any kind of gear, net, measuring board, whatever like that. It has these footwells built in. It has a little slot for like a water bottle holder or something like that. It has a dry storage right in the middle. It's actually really big storage. I fit a bunch of stuff in there, my GoPro accessories, phone, whatever I want to keep dry, I kept in there. It has a built-in seat molded in. Really comfy backing material. It was actually super comfy fishing on it. It has a paddle holder, which I really like because I like to fish a lot and the paddle gets in the way sometimes. It has 2 built-in rod holders and then a big storage area with bungee cords in the back. I put my crate back there. It actually has it molded in for a 5-gallon bucket, which they have a lot of cool accessories you can do with that for fishing or just for storage. Or like a Yeti or whatever you can fit back there. It has 6 scupper holes for draining water, so you're not just sitting in water the entire time. It does have a drain to drain any water that does get inside the kayak, but I didn't have any get in when I fished. Right here, across here, it has a paddle holder that you can set right here. I used that a lot when I was fishing. The kayak itself is made out of a durable HDPE material. It's really hardy, but it's also light, which I really like. The hole is a multi-chine hole, so it cuts through the water nicely, but it actually is really stable. It's not made for standing, it's a sit-on-top kayak, but I actually did stand quite a bit. I just put my feet right here. I did catch one standing up, and let me say it was a fun fight. First one on the Quest. It comes with 2 of these low profile side rails made for accessories. Just easy to slide on, screw it in, for paddle holders, rod holders, camera mounts, all sorts of stuff. There's tons of accessories you can do nowadays on these rails. So it has two of them, but here you can also install more in the back. Just to show you all close up everything on this kayak. Starts out with the handle in front, really like that. Bungee cords in front for a dry bag or whatever you want to put up there. So it has scupper holes, water bottle holder. Here's the storage in the middle. Just turn that, pop it open. So I was saying, you can fit a lot of stuff in there. It has the molded footwells. Here's the seat. Has a nice padding on it. And the top seat that you can adjust. Here's the side rails for accessories. Handle, paddle holder, rod holder. And here's the back. So it has the mold for the 5-gallon bucket. If you want to go that route, I fit my entire crate setup back here too, and that was perfect. Bungee cords to hold all that stuff down. Handle in the back. I wanted to show you the hole. It's that multi-chine style to where it has the cutouts here, so it keeps it more stable so water can pass through. And I really thought it was surprisingly stable for a 10-foot, 31-inch kayak. So yeah, it's a simple kayak. It does have good features. It's affordable, and it gets the job done. So check it out. Okay, so my outtake on this kayak, after fishing with it, I actually really like the design. It's kind of like a sleek design. It handles really well in the water. First off, I noticed how light it is. At 52 pounds, you can carry this thing on your shoulder, just carry it around, pull it off the vehicle. I just throw it in the back of my truck really easily. Easy. And I really enjoy that because the other kayaks I've used are extremely heavy. You know, they get 100 pounds with gear, 150 pounds, something like that. So around 52 pounds, that is a super light kayak. But it doesn't take away from the durability. This HDPE material is very hardy. You can scrape it up against rocks, you know, hit sticks and submerge trees, and you know, you're not gonna dent it. You put maybe a little tiny scratch in it, and that's all it's gonna be. It's a very, very durable, and it feels very durable when you're on the water. The width is actually a little skinnier than I'm used to on other kayaks. It's a 31-inch wide kayak, and I was a little worried about that, but I'm gonna be honest, it actually was, it didn't affect me at all. It was very stable, the way that it handled. Because it is skinnier, I like the way that it handled in the water. It cuts through the water a lot quicker, and you can turn on a dime. Okay, so let's do a test, see how this thing handles. So far, nice and steady. Feels good. Since it has that skinnier 31-inch profile width, it definitely slices through the water nicely. Turns quickly, turns easily. This is with all my gear on here. I have probably like 50 pounds of gear on here. As you can tell from the video too, it tracks well because of the way the hull's designed, and that back built-in skeg rudder kind of area in the back seems to keep it tracking straight, which is really nice. I've had other kayaks that kind of drift and you're trying to paddle also keep you straight. This just tracks nicely. I really like that. And you know, I was able to stand up even with that 31-inch width, stand up and cast, set the hook, catch a fish. Let's see how it does standing up.
Feels good. Because of the way the hole's designed, I feel like it kind of keeps a suction underneath on the sides. So when you start leaning, I feel it kind of pulling back. So that's nice. It doesn't just want to tip. And when I was paddling hard, it felt nice, like it wasn't swaying or anything. So yeah, I really like the way that handles.
I didn't ever feel like I was about to fall in. I would only advise doing that if you have good balance. Don't come at me if you fall in because you try to stand up. Another thing I like about this kayak is the storage. I didn't even really use this front bungee area. I need to get a dry bag, but you can put a bunch of stuff in there. The storage, dry storage right here in the middle is actually deeper than I thought. I fit a bunch of accessories in there. And then the back leaves room for, I put a crate with my cooler and all that kind of stuff. You know, there's endless possibilities of what you can fit on this kayak, and up to 275 pounds capacity, you can fit a lot of stuff. And so that's another thing I really like about it. The seat is actually really comfy. I'm used to ones that sit up higher, and I'm pretty sure you can, you know, modify these kayaks and put a higher seat on there if you want to. But this actually really surprised me. Paddling for a good distance and fishing for a few hours, and you know, I didn't feel it at all. So props to them on designing this easy seat that's just molded in. You don't have to mess with taking it out and doing, you know, putting it back in, adjusting it. It does adjust the angle, so that's nice. So I was able to do that and just kept like that all day. The rod holders in the back are nice. I use one for my net, one for my rod. So there's no rudder on this kayak. It does have like a built-in mold that kind of acts like a rudder to keep it more straight, and it does actually handle well just with that piece. If you're a beginner or intermediate kayak fisherman or just recreational kayaker, I would definitely check this out. It's a really fun kayak, super easy to transport, and really comfy just to kayak around. And if you're trying to get on the water on a budget, I would highly recommend this Quest Crosswater 100 from Dick's Sporting Goods. Down below in the description section, I'll include a link to this kayak. I'll include all the features and the kayak specs, as well as some of my gear that I use for fishing that I recommend using for a kayak. Big shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods for sending this kayak and letting me try it out. I had a great time. Definitely gonna be in my fishing arsenal, and I can't wait to get back out on it. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.